Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to talk about hoisting in JavaScript. So just before we start the video, I haven't uploaded a lot in the past 2 months, and that is because I've started streaming on Twitch. So if you want to see me fail at lead code problems, or if you want to see me learn new things, or try out different things on stream, head over to twitch.tv/rcold, and there will be a link in the description as well as on the screen right now. So you can go ahead, give me a follow there, and I stream there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So before we start, I just want to say that you would never use hoisting in real life coding. Like, you'd probably use it very rarely, or you would use it unknowingly. It doesn't have a lot of real world application as such. It is just a part of JavaScript. Many people don't know about it, and that's why I want to make a video on it. So let's just start with the video now. So as the name suggests, hoisting is moving something to the top. So I have this code piece here, which is basically a function which calls an inner function and logs a value. Now if I run this here, you'd get this as an output. So first the function runs and you get undefined as a value. So the strange thing here, if you compare it to other languages like C or any other language, when you look at this code piece, you might think that you should run into an error here and here because you're using something before it is being defined or even declared. And this is the thing about hoisting, that it moves the definitions of variable and functions to the top of your function. Also note that only variables which are defined by the var keyword are hoisted. So variables defined by let and const aren't hoisted, and we'll see those examples later in the video. So if we actually look through the eyes of a compiler, what's going to happen is whenever I load this function in any runtime, is it going to look at this particular definition, and what it will do is it will actually make it run as if I have defined it like this. The compiler doesn't edit your code. This is what hoisting basically does. It moves all the definitions of variables and functions to the top of the function. That is why you are able to access the variable before you define it in the code. Similarly, you are able to access a function before you are able to before you define the function. And that's basically about hoisting. Now we'll talk about variables which are declared with let and const and how do they behave. So I've changed the code now to this. A variable is defined with keyword let rather than var, and let us see what happens. So this gives you an error which says cannot access A before initialization. So this is typically how other languages would run. So, and this is because a variable defined with let is block scoped. So if you actually hoist let to the top of the function, you basically break the scoping of let. You basically break the whole use case of let. So that's why variables defined with let aren't hoisted. Similarly, if you define A as const and try to run this, you would run into the same error because, again, by definition, the value of const has to be defined on the same line where it is declared. So you cannot hoist const as well. And that's why hoisting only affects variables defined with var and functions. So I think that's it. This was a very short video on hoisting. So yeah, thank you guys for joining, and I hope you learned something. And if you have got any questions, put them in the comment and I'll be happy to answer them. If I said something wrong, correct me in the comments as well. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one.